We're trying to break boundaries. We are trying to use the latest technologies to make therapies that were not there before.
We have the vision that we can do something that will make a difference for people's lives going forward.
I really was excited by the power of that community coming together to marshal all of the creativity and intellect that exists in this community.
Stem Cell Institute is, I think, an extraordinary amalgamation of people with very different backgrounds and areas of expertise.
The HSCI is the one place that convenes people on this grand project of trying to find new treatments for disease.
Moving a basic discovery through translation and into the clinic involves a lot of different skills, and HSCI provides an incredible training ground and recruitment site for individuals who have skills at each of those different levels.
So we represent a force for bringing people together, assembling them, and also bringing together funding opportunities so they can work together, do something really distinctive and have big impact.
HSCI was created because of the discovery of a really interesting cell, a stem cell.
And those stem cells are critical for the maintenance of our bodies. They're also very powerful.
There are stem cells that are just waiting in our bodies to do jobs that we haven't instructed them to do.
So we know we can take a stem cell from one person and give them to another person, and they'll completely rebuild the tissue. So the Institute represents a way in which we can really change the calculus of what healthcare is all about. We could start to think about diseases not just in terms of how we patch them, but how we absolutely repair them and completely restore function.
We study salamanders because they can regenerate many parts of their body. If we could figure out how that happens, I think that we might one day stimulate that in human patients.
So I work on blood diseases, from bleeding to some of the most lethal cancers there are. And our goal is to be able to treat people with blood disorders. That means stem cell transplants.
My company, Curalis, uses stem cells to identify new therapies for ALS patients.
We're aiming to correct the gene that causes Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
We now have made insulin-producing cells that we can put into diabetics, and we might have a new way to treat the disease and cure them of diabetes.
We also are doing this in the context of a Boston ecosystem that I think is unparalleled in the world.
We're right down the street from the Broad, and that's awesome. Right across the river from the medical school.
All the different hospitals, then all the large pharmaceutical companies, the venture capitalists, and then the philanthropy that comes with it.
And I can get to any other location to talk to any collaborator within about 15 or 20.
Our scientists know they can hand things off to a commercial enterprise with whom they interact, who will then make the product that will be handed off to our clinicians. And that is just an extraordinary opportunity.
The collaborative spirit and the sharing of ideas, resources, drives forward the discovery at a much faster pace.
That combination in this super small area is extraordinary. And there's nothing like that in the world.
So the Stem Cell Institute is entirely dependent on the philanthropic gifts of our alumni and those interested in this field.
Any new funds can be leveraged to really spur and advance science in a way that I hadn't seen earlier in my career.
So an environment that gives scientists the confidence to know that they can think of large questions and that they'll be able to see them through. That allows for creativity to really attack the most important challenges that are barring the way for the advancement of regenerative medicine.
That there are people outside who have decided that they're going to invest their own personal resources into giving us a chance to have a positive impact on the world. That's incredible. So in the next 10 years, I would hope that we're going to have approved therapies that will be affecting fundamental diseases.
There will be a much greater diversity of applications of stem cells in medicine.
Like diabetes, like sickle cell anemia, ALS, Parkinson's disease, a wide range of different disorders.
To actually use the latest technologies to get rid of these horrible diseases is the only thing that is meaningful for me to do in my life.
We can do this. We are doing this. We've now seen over 40 companies come out of the Institute. Those are providing new medicines that are now in people, and it's one of the things that I think we'll be able to look back on as one of the legacies of Harvard.